Yeah, from Little Kim, the Queen Bee. It's ladies' night, what? It must be Angie on the mic. The butter pea, honey, got the sugar, got the spice. Roll the L tight, keep the rhymes right. Yo, I just straight this motherfucker up last night. And I'm the rookie on this all-star team. Me and Kim is getting cream, like Thelma and Louise, but on chrome. Never leave that Brooklyn shit alone. So if you say it's on, then it's on.
Bang this in your whips, pack them cold roadie with the chips in the wrist. Here's a French kiss. I dismiss all you chicks. Spit 6 from the 4th, 5th, make it dance. Ow! I stay focused in the dope is like a penny with the hole in it.
Hello and welcome to yet another exciting edition of the program Ladies Night. My name is Amidst and of course it's a pleasure to have you join us on the show today. Yes, usually we always have something interesting to discuss, something that we talk about on the show and try to proffer solutions, especially if it's a problem. Now today I've got 3 beautiful looking ladies in the studio with me. I have C. White, the ever-glowing C. White. How are you doing?
I'm fine, thank you. And you?
I'm good.
Nice.
I'll also have a face that has actually been absent on the show. Some of you might know her or remember her. Talking about Esosa. How are you doing?
I'm fine.
You sound so sweet. Okay, and finally I have Mama P. How are you doing?
I'm good, I'm fine.
We can see that. All right, ladies, it's been a while. So basically today we're going to be talking about something we've actually looked at before, but in a different dimension. Now we're talking about this lockdown that we are all having to face right now because of the coronavirus pandemic. Everybody has to stay at home. Parties, events, and stuff like that have all been cut down or reduced to a large extent. And a lot of people had events that they were planning to actually carry out before this whole thing came up. Now, let's look at weddings right now. That's the focus for today. A lot of people had plans to get married on so and so dates, on so and so dates, and right now they can't do their weddings, or most of them can't do the weddings because they want everybody who they want to be at that wedding to be there. And because it's now limited to about 20 people in a gathering, you can't do that right now. Now let's use this case scenario which I actually saw previously, talking about a couple who did their traditional marriage just before the whole lockdown started. And they were supposed to do the white wedding, that's the church wedding, a bit later, about a month after that. Now the issue is, they've done the traditional wedding and they're supposed to do the white wedding. But the time that the white wedding is supposed to fall in is now, when we are in a lockdown. So the question is, right now the pastor of the church is saying the lady can't go to the man's house, her husband's house as the case may be. She can't go there right now to start her wifely duties. She has to stay in her father's house until they do the church wedding. So we're going to be looking at that today. Basically what we're asking is it wise or is it okay what the pastor is saying? Should she remain in her father's house until they do the church wedding? Or she can go, or she's free to go, as the case may be, to her husband's house because her father has already given her out in the traditional wedding. Let's start off with Esosa. So tell me, what do you think? When you've done your traditional wedding, do you automatically become his wife?
Yes, of course.
You didn't even let me land.
No, seriously, because I do not really see any reason with what the pastor is saying, with all due respect to spirituality, religion, and all that. Because even the said pastor would, even if there was no pandemic, and the lady walks into the church with the father, the first question is, sir, that is the girl's father. The question will be directed to him. Has this young man performed or satisfied all the rites according to your custom and tradition? You say yes. Even the same registry or the court will ask the same question. Because to me, I think the white so-called, so many acclaimed or glorified white wedding is the white man's culture. Ours is the traditional marriage, which actually encourages to marry more than one wife. But we're not going that way. But the truth is, once traditionally you've satisfied everything that has to do with the girl's culture, she's not your wife. So the white wedding is just, okay, let's say, God, please bless this wedding. And I also think that wedding can still be blessed in the girl's father's compound. Or better still, like somebody said, they can do a Zoom wedding. Yeah, of course.
Okay.
So that's my perception. So I think, young lady, please, you're married. Go to your husband and start making babies. 2020 still have a lot. You can still have a big tummy if you choose to. That's my take.
Okay, Mama P is smiling. I don't want to use the word sheepishly, but tell us what's on your mind right now.
Okay. Sincerely, before now, are you asking generally or for me?
For you, what would
I'll
you do?
perform my white wedding before I go to my husband's house. Now, upbringing, the kind of family I came from, has made it so. Not because it's probably 100% correct, but it's not wrong either. So I think it's a thing of choice. Before now, I used to have the mentality that, oh, if you go to your man's house after he has just paid dowry without the white wedding, it's a sin. Until recently, I had this discussion behind stage, and also had talked to elderly persons to find out, oh, marriage, traditional wedding is just all it takes to own a wife. Even it's biblical. Bible talks about dowry, you get. But I think for me, as a Christian that follows everything about the scripture, I would want to perform the whole white wedding rites. It's my personal decision before going to my husband's house. Now, if this is causing a dispute now between your supposed husband and you, I think since he has paid the dowry, he has an upper hand. He's already your oga, in quotes. So what he says stands. If he's saying he wants to start now, he cannot wait for Corona to end, and you should come, he has already paid. According to my spiritual mentor, he was like that the dowry is noted in heaven, funny enough. You understand? The pastor, if so important, can pray anywhere, even in his office. Like Pearl said, a Zoom wedding. As long as it's the pastor, he said marriage started in the Bible. Even God said that it is not good for a man to be alone. So marriage is a spiritual institution. And it's not out of place to say, okay, God, I've done this. Thank you, or take charge. You understand? That's the essence. Just that most persons nowadays want to make it so big, want to make it so elaborate, and even borrow money. Yeah,
To impress.
to impress. That's where I don't. But me personally, I would want to perform all rites as regards it. Forever is too long to be in a haste.
Okay. How about you, C. White?
Okay, for me, I would definitely want to perform the whole thing, both the traditional wedding, marriage and the white wedding. You know, like what Mama P said, upbringing matters a lot, and it has to do with an individual. Now, if your upbringing tells you that it's just traditional marriage, you don't care about white wedding, it remains like that. Now, I have a friend who was supposed to get married early last month, but because of this whole coronavirus pandemic and the whole thing, she could not. And knowing her, she has always told me that she won't do white wedding. All along she was saying that. I felt she was actually joking. I never knew she meant it. So the day she told me that, babe, my traditional marriage is coming up so day, and I asked her, how about the white wedding? She said, so all those while I was telling you that I'm not going to do white wedding, you thought I was actually joking. I said, yes, so you meant it. She said, babe, I mean them, you know? And I said something to myself. That's to say that if we don't really do white wedding, it doesn't really matter. Now, without the trad, the church cannot even wed you.
Thank you.
Without paying your dowry, like the first thing your pastor will ask you, if you're bringing your man to him, has he seen your family? Then you say yes.
Even on the wedding day.
Even on the wedding day, they will
ask
still call the father of the
to
girl. Has this man done the right, the needful? Has he done the things you expected of him? And if he says no, immediately the wedding will be cancelled. And I have seen a scenario where a child was supposed to be dedicated in a church. The first person they asked the husband and the wife, have you paid this woman's dowry? The man said no. Immediately, the child's dedication was cancelled. That is to say, there are a lot of things that has to be done for you to be free to say, okay, this woman is my wife and I have access to her. So without the wedding, you already married. So the pastor saying that you can't move down to your husband's house because you've not done the white wedding. It is your personal decision. You can, even if you're a Christian, like a diehard Christian, you can decide not to do your white wedding. It is a personal choice and what you believe. So for your pastor to say that, okay, because they've not done the white wedding, you're not going to move down to his house. Sorry to say this, I think it's out of wickedness. You can't punish me. Sorry to say. You can't punish me because...
I don't think he's an actor, like you said.
Yeah,
and also,
there are people that feel
it is your belief.
Going to the church and doing the whole church rites and everything like that is the most important thing.
And that's
to them.
what
It is your
they
personal
just
belief.
The
Because for me, I
traditional
don't really
marriage
believe.
just to satisfy tradition. That's what many people, especially
Most
those that are
persons
really
more
serious
religious
Christians.
than
Everybody have
tradition.
different mindset about
Than
what
That's the problem. That's what I want to say.
No, it's not a problem. Do you
It is
understand?
wrong.
If tradition has never favored me, I'm saying it to the camera. If tradition has never favored me, why should I give so much to tradition? I'm doing it because it is my foundation. And not because I really, really do believe in it. I just believe it's my foundation and omenana, convention. It is how it is being done. Do you understand?
Okay.
And without the
Religion.
tradition,
Let me-
everything-
I have a
Let me
question
just
for
be
you,
done.
please.
Let me
I
just
don't
be done.
totally agree with
I
that
feel, no,
statement
it is
you
my
just made.
mindset. It is my mindset.
Someone has to
I
give you
feel
out.
Someone
Okay.
has. That's what
And
I'm
that's
saying.
what
That's
the
the tradition. That's
that's
where
the
the tradition
tradition.
comes
So-
place. You
so
see,
you don't
uncles
say it's-
who have never contributed to my life, who
Well,
has
that's
never.
a part,
asked-
that's a different aspect.
No, I'm talking about, it's all about the tradition. There are the people coming to, it's not your father that is coming. I've experienced traditional wedding firsthand. It is not your father who is even majorly taking all those stuff that they
lion's
bring.
share.
The lion's share. It is
I
lots
don't
of people.
sound
We have in the
nasty, but-
Igbos,
Exactly.
we have, in the Igbos, we have the Umadas, we have so many cliques of persons, even the youths in the community. You understand? These are people you don't even know. Now, permit me, it might be, that is the main thing, according to what I've learned.
Yeah.
It is the main thing that must be done and should be done. But permit me to want to do what I know, which
It's
is
not
my
really-
white
Sometimes-
wedding.
Okay.
It's
Lawrence, I
not
have a
about you
question.
doing
Yes,
what you
please.
know,
So
but
please, excuse me, I have a question for you.
Yes.
I was discussing with my mom early this year. We're talking about
Okay.
this traditional rites and different parts of the country. And I was
Yes.
like, my mom was like, she has a friend. My mom is almost like 60 now. She has a friend, and these are friends. Could you believe she's not yet married? But she has kids for the man. So this woman still goes to church. And she's a diehard Catholic. That's the funniest thing.
She hasn't.
They've not
They
done
don't pay
why?
their
Because
dowry.
the dowry from the east, you know, some state in the east, is so damn expensive.
yeah.
Okay.
So the church can't go ahead to wed them, even on those Easter Mondays wedding they do for couples already given birth. They can't do it. Because why?
What's
The
the-
man does not have enough money till date to meet
the
up with
word-
those criteria.
What's your question now?
No, the question I'm trying to say is
Yes.
that if this so-called white, acclaimed white wedding, or glorified
Yes.
white wedding, I'm not against the religion.
Yes.
But one thing I would say is, do not forget your roots.
No,
You
nobody's
understand?
forgetting.
It's, no, I'm trying to make it no. When I want to make it clear is that
You're telling me, you're not asking me.
No,
I'm
See,
telling
no,
you
you're
that
telling
it
me. No,
is-
you can't tell me because
I think-
I'm over 18 and I know what I want. I know my roots. When I go
Now,
to
what
my
Mama
place,
Yes,
trying
it's
to say
anything. This
here
is
is
Africa.
if
What
this
you
is-
think
no,
sometimes
it's-
is when you're getting married does not matter.
that is the point. I'm now saying that I'm going to do what you want,
Mama
but I'm
P.
going to do what I want also,
Okay,
which
Mama
is
P.
the
Mama
white
P.
There's
wedding.
this word that says it's your marriage, it's their wedding.
Exactly.
Okay.
They do the way they want,
Explain,
indirectly they will
please.
influence you. Okay, now.
Yes.
Traditionally, in the Benin, you're coming to pay, everybody needs 24 naira, but there are so many things that go to 24 naira.
Yes.
And different families tend to increase those rates of those stuff you bring in according to what they want.
Yes.
Which makes it their marriage. Your
Okay.
marriage and their wedding. And
Okay.
you hear your mom start telling you, I don't think we'll take two legs of antelope, we're going to take 3.
Okay.
But your
I
budget,
don't know
yes,
about your
yes.
mom.
No, I'm just saying your mom
It's
discussed
different
it with
instance,
with
Okay.
your father's family and all that. That's where the list come from. And now she starts choosing, you might be like, okay, I want to do something green and white. And she's like, I have a good and white lace. There are some mothers like that. And your mother-in-law
No.
to have their own
No, when it
opinion.
comes
on
to
it.
that
that they
aspect,
can't
no.
dictate for me.
I don't even.
No.
You've
understand.
not
But
seen
what Mama
some
P was actually
parents.
trying
You
to
know
say
why?
You wear your own.
Like,
I
what Mama P was
would
actually
not
trying to
change
say.
what I want to do because it's not your wedding, it's my wedding.
Okay.
Nobody's going to do
But
it.
I'm
Yeah.
saying that is
Yeah.
what
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
most of them
Yeah. I
dictate.
know.
When he's talked about,
Okay.
I understand
if
what you're saying.
your tradition doesn't really favor you.
Yes.
Now, a lot of people try to be your family members,
Yes.
your uncle, your auntie,
Okay.
your blah, 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 all because they know that you're from the family.
Yes.
But they really they never showed concern. When you needed them most, they were not there.
Yes.
So now, it is time for something big to happen to you, to happen in your life, and everybody just bringing out their head. I am your auntie, I am your uncle, and this and that. So now, you don't really want to give them much attention. Not that they will not pay your dowry. But you're not really going to give it more attention because you know where your light actually came from.
Okay, yes.
So that is to say, the church is where your light came from.
Yes.
And you're going to give maximum attention to that. But for the fact that this is where I came from, my tradition and all
this
that,
is my
I have
foundation.
to. Let me just respect
And
it.
you have to appease the gods, which are the family members.
The truth of the matter, it depends on your
can't
father.
do
Everything
without your
falls on the
tradition.
everything falls on your father at the end of the day. If your father allows uncle, auntie, brother, sister to come
definitely will be
and
there.
come and take over everything, then that's your father's fault.
But you know, most times he doesn't talk on their days. He has to appoint a speaker for the
I'm
family.
telling you what I'm saying. You know why I'm saying?
You know
Because
why
I've been
I
in that
support-
position
no,
before.
see,
I know
I
what I'm
support
saying. If
Empress
your
on this
parents
one.
do not
Do you understand?
accept it, they will not disturb you.
Yes, I support Empress. I know a man whose daughter was getting married, and he's a pastor. And he said outrightly that there will be no alcohol. Now, in Igbos are known with the palm wine, and it must be done. They used malts. Now, it is me giving her out. Yes, he wasn't able to influence certain other of their procedures, but these particular things, certain things,
He will be able to cut them down.
He was able to cut the list down so that the young man will not feel
die
somehow.
before it's
You
time.
understand? So I understand that point, but let me react to Pearl. I'm not saying, I know you're trying to put it like tradition, focus, tradition, but what CY said is the fact. And what she said also, let me now join them. Empress said, it is my wedding, and I decide how it will be. That is my mindset about my wedding. CY said that these people, they don't know what I have gone through. I know where, she used the statement, I know where my light came from, and that is it. Now, I'm doing my traditional wedding to fulfill all righteousness. As in, it's reverse with me.
Okay.
People do white wedding to fulfill righteousness that they've been going to church and this. I'm doing my traditional wedding to fulfill all righteousness.
To say, okay, I'm from
I know
this
the
place.
times where I couldn't eat, I couldn't call my parents, my pastor was there to feed me. I know the times where I had bad dreams, I had spiritual attacks, my pastor was there to help me.
No, wait, is this about your pastor?
It's not about my
God?
pastor.
Now?
She's trying
Hold on.
to
I'm
tell
trying
you
to
her
make a
personal
point.
experience.
My personal experience. My pastor helps me build my personal relationship with God. A man is
So
not an
whatever you're
island.
going to do,
So
it
I
falls down to
owe a
church.
lot to the people in my youth group. I owe a lot to my friends. Most of you might not be able to come to my village. And how can I spend this much moment with you people and you cannot come to my village because it's traditional? You can't come to my wedding. I'm going to bring a platform where all my friends, that's the essence. That's if God bless me with the money. I'm going to bring a platform where all my friends will come and celebrate with me. That is
basically
it.
where
It is
people
when
know
the money
you
is
is your
not there.
church.
Yes, it is when the money is not there. I can do it anywhere. It can be in a hall, like I've said. It can be in a hall. It might not be in my church. It can be in a hall. It's just a gathering of Thanksgiving. That is what I call white wedding. It's a gathering of Thanksgiving. It don't happen, no, come and eat with me. Do you understand? So that is my priority. The prayers that the pastor will give to me, the blessing that my father will give to me, those are my two major. Every other thing is just...
Now, I want to contribute to this earlier statement where the pastor said, because you've not done your white wedding, you will not go to your husband.
No, that's the part that annoys me.
And Paul said something, yes. Anywhere can be church.
That's my statement any day, anytime.
Church is just...
It's not the building.
It's not the building.
It's the heart.
It is you, the heart, that is the church.
The Bible says that you are the church.
If you really value your members as a pastor, sorry to say this, you can actually leave your comfort zone to make them happy sometimes. If coronavirus, okay, let's just hint on this coronavirus that really caused the whole thing. Now, coronavirus limited their expectations and their plans and brought them down to what they did not really expect. Good and fine. You are the pastor. They have the ring. So why not just come to the house?
No,
bless
and
them
join
and make
them.
everything easy for them. Rather than saying, okay, because you've not come to my church, because you've not cooked plenty rice. I didn't say he said so though. But because they, that crowd did not come and all that, you can go to your husband.
sweating at the
Sorry,
altar,
I will tell
shouting.
you that with all due respect, sir, he has seen my family members. And I think that is the most important thing. So my husband with idea.
That's true.
You understand?
But I also
You don't
want
have to
I'm
use
not
your
trying
own...
to defend the pastor right here, but I want to see it from another light. You know, most times in Africa, most persons sabi do, well, I call it over sabi, eye service. Sorry, I'm not trying to throw shades. You understand? But let's see it from these aspects. There are certain persons in leadership position that people look up to. Yeah. Do you understand? Let's talk about the youth leader. Let's talk about the youth pastor. Yeah. Let's talk about people that play certain roles in the church. what members will do and will just be waved off, when these leaders, spiritual leaders do them, people want to, you know. So I wouldn't, I wouldn't know the role of probably the lady in the church, maybe in a large congregation, the choir mistress, you know. So I don't know. I was listening to a sermon where I'm trying to.
That's the answer.
I'm trying to assist. No, I'm
bring
trying
us
to
a point where the person is actually occupying a bigger position in church.
No, it's my point to bring out. Let me be done before you attack me.
I'm not even attacking you. I'm just telling you
what I'm saying is there are certain things as a public person that is not bad that you cannot do. Do you understand? Not because it is wrong, but you just know people will misinterpret it. There are certain posts you cannot put out on air that other persons can do, and you're like, wow, this is nice. But you know you can't do it because people will misinterpret it and say, don't you know who you are? So most times these things also limit people for what people will say. Probably that's why the pastor is saying you cannot go there yet. You know, what will people say? But now we are providing you a solution that you can do Zoom wedding, you can snap inside, you can pray inside the
all the ceremony in the church is of no importance. That's why I said there's no need for you to even land, because where you're going, I'm sorry to say, it doesn't even make sense, because that I'm a leader in the church.
Yes.
I'm not different from any other person.
No,
it doesn't
you are
make
different.
No,
okay,
it doesn't make me different.
No,
from any other people.
We are all leaders. We are not the same.
We are all trying to become like God, like Jesus. If you are a Christian, so don't say because I am a leader. My own case should be different.
If God felt that everybody was the same in the church, He wouldn't create offices.
You're not the same.
Everybody is not the same in the church.
I'm training coordinator in my church.
We have different offices in the church. I refuse to believe that thing. See, that is one thing. That is one thing that people get wrong. They be like, we are all the same. What? No, you are a leader. I know what it means to be a woman leader.
Grace and
grace. Mama B, that is wrong. I agree with
you. I'm a leader in my church. I'm a youth leader.
People look up to you. Now, do you know that your dress code? Now, let me give you an instance.
So it's okay for the member to dress anyhow, and then the leader should be dressed like this.
Now, you are the one who is trying. You are the one who is trying to direct them.
I'm not saying you should not.
Are you not the one who is trying to direct them? Are you not the one they come to ask questions when they are stranded?
But I have a life too.
You have a life, but you are in a position of almost perfection. They are looking at you as though you are perfect.
No one is perfect except Jesus Christ.
Nobody is perfect. Don't listen to react. Listen to understand what I'm saying. You are not perfect, but these people see you as though you are perfect. Do you know that sometimes I'm crying from a relationship heartbreak, but I have to give relationship advice to my younger girl?
Just to make
because she can't see me cry. She can't see me weak. It is because I am her leader. As a leader, most times, it's not like this thing is wrong. You see some pastors, they don't wear jeans. Is jeans wrong?
No.
But they just want to... Why do you think bankers don't dress anyhow and go to work?
If something is not wrong, so why
because people look up to them. People should be able to trust you. It's not pretense.
Of the job.
It is not pretense. It is the rule of Christianity. When you're in certain offices, you live like it.
It's the same thing.
I cannot be a church.
All those are things that human beings have actually created for themselves.
It is not misleading. It is what you created for yourself. Is not the same as you. Your woman leader is not the same as you. Your youth pastor, he might be doing it in secret. I don't know. Nobody knows the inner. But what we see out there, what we listen to.
I'm not just talking because I'm talking. I'm actually a youth leader in my church.
Yes,
I'm saying it out loud. If people want to eat me later on, I really don't care. The fact that I am a leader does not mean that my own case is different. It is not different.
Your case is not different.
Your own case is not different.
That's what you're indirectly trying to say. So because I'm a leader in my church, I must do it like this because people will say.
It is not what she's trying to say.
There's no exemplary life in this situation.
Leadership is leadership.
You're forgetting that we are talking about a particular thing.
We're talking about
an example.
I'm giving.
It does not count.
See, right here, we don't know
what
the
Mama
genesis.
is saying that people are actually looking up to you.
Okay.
Not because they are going to give you a preferred treatment in the church because you're occupying a particular position.
Unless what I'm doing is wrong.
In my church, I am a drama coordinator,
wrong.
though not in Benin here, but in my place in the other state. Now, Somebody said something one day, not just a one person, but he said it to my face, but I hear them talk about it often. They'll be like, your wedding, I go must stay there. And there's something they expect from me. There's a particular kind of person they want to see me move up with. And there's this kind of expectation they have that this is how she's going to be. This is how her wedding is going to be like. Now, if I want to live based on the kind of expectation they are having, I think it's really going to throw me off balance. Because what? I would not want to live based on what they want to see from me.
See, anything
and that is how you're living now?
No, that's not what I'm saying. I said, if I want to impress them,
anything that
I
is
would
not
want
right
to live based on how they are expecting. But
does
I don't
not
have
count.
to, because
no,
it's not, I'm not saying, we have already established
as far as what I'm doing is not wrong. Your expectation is none of my business.
On this particular issue, we've
people
established
all you like
on this particular
you can expect
issue.
if your expectation is not mine.
No,
see, people
as
far as you know what I'm doing is not wrong, then there's nothing wrong with it.
On this particular issue, we've established the fact that traditional is superior to any other wedding protocols. Yes, but I'm saying that everybody seated right here doesn't know the genesis of what's happening. We just saw a post.
I think I have an idea about that.
I'm sorry. I was trying to, okay, you know the lady in question.
I don't, but I can perceive they've used the idea
you are
behind
perceiving.
it.
Everybody's perceiving. Do you understand? I'm trying to come from another light. Completely a different light that probably you guys didn't see. What if this person was a leader in church? Why would this pastor, because any pastor, learned pastor will know that definitely. Traditional wedding is superior. Why is he insisting? Now, I read a part of the scripture. I don't know why it's difficult for me to pick out, but you guys can Google or help me out. Where your action shouldn't make the next man commit sin. Do you understand? Your action shouldn't make, like, that's what I was talking about. Leadership they are exemplary. How do I put them? They are people people look up to. Do you know you can do something and not understand and just do it for doing sake? And someone that looks up to you just keeps doing it. Don't be surprised that one sister will just go and does not know the protocol. You know, say this people, they're not even wed though. You know, no sooner do traditional way. They're not even wed though. They don't stay together. Yeah. And people will follow that path. If this person was a leader in church, probably that's why this pastor is doing this. We are not saying that you can do other, you might not do a loud wedding,
so
but do
because
something.
someone we assume.
I refuse.
No,
that's
what she's saying indirectly.
No,
That's
she's
what
people will look at you as a leader and assume.
Is it my eyes are going to use to look at me?
I totally
look on
disagree with
a leader.
that.
No, I will stand by it any day. That a leader is an epitome of example.
Yes.
A leader is not the same. Even in religion,
no, Mama P, I should say this. Even our so-called mentors, our so-called mentors.
I'm asking you directly now. A leader in church and the members of that church, you as a youth leader, are you on the same level? Are you people the same?
Exactly. When it comes to rank, we are not the same. But because we are the same.
Why is the rank there?
No, see, let me tell you.
Why was the rank? Why would the rank be given to you?
Mama P, leadership is sometimes by opportunity.
No,
you are very yourself.
It's not by opportunity. You merited it, especially in religion.
That is it, because you availed yourself that I can do this stuff. I'm available.
And
that is the opportunity.
You can't attain that position.
No, what I think about this matter is, I think they're giving too many credits to the pastor. My pastor is not my God.
I'm not even talking about just
the role of the
pastor.
No,
I am talking about every leader. I'm talking about the girl in question.
Exactly.
That the pastor is telling. I'm saying, what if she was a leader? And Empress is trying to make me feel like even if she's a leader in church, it doesn't matter. It
does not matter. As long as what she's doing is not wrong, then it doesn't matter.
Some things you are doing that is not wrong can make someone do something that is wrong.
Then that person needs to
that
rise
this is
up.
what I did.
The person is
wrong of you, not me. That's not my fault.
That some things you do as a leader that is not wrong will make someone do something that is wrong.
Mama
That's not my fault.
As a true leader, you will always say this.
That's not my fault.
Mama P,
no. It is you who thought like that. It's you who assumed that this is what I did.
If I was a woman,
you can't be assuming and then act on your own assumptions.
Leader to some set of persons. I've waited a long time to be with this man. I've waited a long time to be with this man. And if this man understands that, my cab guy was getting married. He had to do certain things the church requested for. I want to ask her, why this church they stress you? Is it she be choir leader for there? Make you no come be like bad example to the others. I'm talking. Okay. I know if he's watching this right now, he will know. I don't want to mention his name.
That's
and if you push, so most times we do things, and sometimes we do things because people are watching. I'm not saying that if there's a solution. Zoom, we go online and we see a lot of persons getting married. We saw this cute couple some days ago, just 2 of them, you know, and that was it. And you can do something like that.
That you're not still getting. As long as what they are doing is not wrong. You're saying, okay, yes, they do the Zoom wedding. Is it everybody that's going to see the Zoom wedding?
No.
Is it everybody that's going to see when the pastor comes to the house and does the wedding for them?
No.
No. So someone out there will still be stupid enough to assume.
Majority are online. What made me and you?
How many persons are in the online church these days?
Everybody.
No, not online church.
Not everybody.
Pictures go round.
No,
I'm not saying she should just go like that. I'm not saying she should just go into the house like that. Yes, she has to respect her pastor and respect the fact that he is God on earth, rather.
Yes.
And he must bless the marriage. If she's a serious and a true Christian, your marriage should be blessed by a pastor or a man of God.
I think it's even what
Not necessarily must be your pastor anyway.
It doesn't have to be your pastor. A man of
even
God.
if your pastor tells you that you're not going to move into your husband's house until you do your wedding. But you know, despite the fact you're a church, a leader in your church, a choir mistress, a choir master, or whatever you occupy in your church, but you feel within you that without the white wedding, just with the blessing of your pastor, you're good to go.
What is all that there is? All that there is.
No, see,
the blessing of my pastor is it for the pastor. You can go to any other church that is ready to wed me.
If you so desire your pastor to be the one to bless your wedding.
No, the pastor rather. Because I'll leave that church and go to the guy's church.
If you so desire your pastor as a woman, your pastor to be the one to bless your marriage, so be it. This is what you want. The most important thing is, are you in agreement with your man? If you don't want your own pastor, probably you want his pastor. It is still the same thing.
White wedding is all about the blessings of
the pastor.
But I think my point is as clear
Your point
as
is
water.
clear, and I understood what you're saying.
White wedding, but I'm just saying we have already trashed it that traditional wedding is superior. White prayers of white wedding or blessings of pastor wedding vows. That won't be said, where you go, I will go. Your people shall be my people.
That's as
your
a Christian,
God will
though.
be. Yes, as a Christian.
If I'm not a Christian,
talking
what
about
church wedding?
people should allow me down. Your church, your God will be my God. You understand? These are biblical scriptures that are coined out of successful marriages, right? That are coined out for you to now vow to your husband. That is for better, for worse, in sickness and health. Now, for you to go through all those processes, we have learned today that it can happen anywhere. And it's sacred, as long as a man of God is there to anoint both of you, and you people can start your life. Me, I've said that, as for my upbringing, I will perform my white wedding. I will even give it more priority. It's my own personal decision. The only thing that made me and Empress look like we are not on the same table, which I feel she's misunderstanding me, or maybe she just has her own point of view on that topic, is
definitely
if I'm a leader and people look, especially a spiritual leader, and people look up to me, do you understand? And people look up to me, and my husband to be, or my husband understands.
I think you should understand.
You understand? And he understands that.
Me, I will not understand that.
No, hold on now. And he understands that she's a leader and she has to do this. I've always been at the front of, try and do your white wedding. Okay, just do it small. Let people, I won't say because of Corona or I'm in a haste or something, now do just traditional and go and pack my things. No, I will do that. God's own, I will give it to him. Whether it is small in a place, whether it is big, I will do it.
But not with one pastor dictating.
Now I saw
and also lastly,
because you just said that thing. Why is the pastor still not allowing them to go into, allowing her to go into the house?
As if he's the father of the girl.
If you can do the wedding small, why can't he just
maybe I don't think they knew this idea.
How can they not know?
It should be a learned pastor. Come on, it should be a learned person that can
pastors.
You know.
Oh, really? Why would I have an unlearned person as my pastor?
You know?
No, they have so many unlearned pastors. They have so many. I know so many unlearned pastors who are doing well. I know so many unlearned pastors who are doing well, who started reading with reading just the scriptures, who are blessed with the gifts of the Spirit. I know so many unlearned pastors.
It's not about education. It's not about education.
It is about education.
You won't be able to
Holy
know all
Spirit
of this.
can explain a particular verse to you, but education will make you know how to interpret it to your people.
That is learn in
okay.
school and your common sense.
So what are we talking about?
Because in this scenario,
you're saying the pastor doesn't have common sense.
I'm not saying that. I don't know what his reasons are, so I'm not going to insult him or anything.
I'm
just telling you.
Say if that person oh, that lady was an epitome of a figure in church that people look up to, and that's his reason of being skeptical about it. It's not for what my spiritual mentor said. They are all protocols just to make everything look clean.
Okay, after this, I have a question for you. I have a question for you, Mama.
Please ask me.
Now, she's
Protocols
not, no, let's just assume
Yes.
she's just an ordinary member.
Okay.
So what's your take on it now?
Still the same thing. Do a small wedding, do a small blessing of marriage, and go to your husband's house.
And not look at what don't bother about what anybody's saying.
Really
anybody's
looks up to
opinion.
her?
Which is what I've been saying
nobody, you
since.
see, do you know if I'm a best friend and I look up to her?
No, who looks up to her?
The
Who is she
difference
rooting for?
Pearl.
That is
No,
it.
but
You can be honest, like
don't ever underestimate the power of leadership. Do you know why I said that? I was looking at myself in the mirror some days back. I was like, just imagine.
Oh, Lord.
On a daily basis, I have up to 2 or 3 girls come to my house to help me do some things and go home. I've never been a fan of waist beads, you understand? But I just saw it recently and I liked it. Do you understand? And I tried it on and I've not removed it since then. Do you know that more than 6 to 7 girls who have come to my house and seen it and go, we didn't talk about it, but I noticed they all wear waist beads now. Do you understand? And I knew
That's the power
it
of
was
influence.
No, hold on. It's not. It's
That is
not
my
It's
skill.
influence.
Whether you are a leader or you're not.
No, Mama G, this is
hold on,
let me
hold
tell
on.
you.
Whether you are a leader or you're not a
How do you
leader, if you
influence
have an influential...
How do you influence person when you are not their leader?
Mama P,
You
let me
don't
tell
have to
something.
be...
No.
Below you
Absolutely
influencing.
not. Yes. Absolutely.
How?
Mama,
Yes.
let me say something to
How?
you.
Should
I give you a
You
clear
people are
example?
just trying.
You
You
don't
people are
copy the
trying to
person. You can only
invalidate
copy the
you.
person.
You don't
But
have
not
to
that
be
person
only
influences
copy.
you.
And the person that says
You don't have to
does
be
not have
below
the
somebody to
position.
You
copy
can only
copy that
copy
person.
who you look
You
up
only
to.
No,
copy,
absolutely not.
You can also copy
Absolutely
someone
not.
you admire.
Thank you. It must not be a leader
You
like
can
you
actually
must be in
copy
a
someone.
position.
I might not even like you, but I'll see something that you do and I want to do.
I know my
it.
position, right, to these girls.
And
if
Mama
they are
P, it's
watching,
not about
no,
I think you're giving so
it
much
is about
to
leadership.
position. I don't
Leadership,
know.
It's not about
leader,
it's not
yes,
about- no.
position has a lot to do.
But there are so many people that are affecting lives and they don't even hold
No,
positions.
see,
Exactly.
Listen,
It differs.
listen.
It's not about
It
position.
differs.
That is it.
You
It's
can
the power
actually
of
be living a good
influence.
life.
Leadership,
And
you people are
admire
trying to,
you.
you people
So it
are
doesn't
trying
really matter.
to
You don't have to be a
underestimate
leader
leadership.
force.
You people are listening to
Mama
just
P,
count
it
and
is
see.
not
You people
a-
cannot and never underestimate leadership.
Nobody's
Mentorship.
underestimating
You
it.
people
And
are
nobody-
doing that.
Mama P, I'm
Anybody,
strongly
whether you're a
totally
leader
stand
or not,
with
you have the power to
You
influence
understand?
somebody.
Even
Whether
if
you
you
can
are
I
just
just
to
gave
an
an instance that
environment.
you people should understand, and you people are trying to
Okay,
attack
what do you
it.
want me to understand
No,
now
what I'm
that-
trying to make you understand that these girls want to do the same business with me. They
Because
literally
they
want to live the way I live. They look up to me, and I'm careful around them. But I'm just saying that this subconscious act I did has influenced them also now
That
to
is
do
because
it.
they're
Why am
looking
I
up to
able to
you.
influence them? Because they look up to me, and now I can't even really caution them because I'm doing it. I really did not used to be a fan of it, but now we are all in it together, and I know it's because of me that most of them are now doing it. What I'm saying is, as a leader or as a mentor to anybody, people look up to you. You cannot underestimate to say you are a youth leader and people are not looking up to you.
Nobody is saying
No,
as
Mama
a
P,
leader,
no.
nobody will look up
Mama
to
P,
you.
let me
But
tell
you are
you
trying to
that
say
that
that
is
you
the
are the
reason
same
why you are a
level with
leader.
your members.
No,
You are not the
that is
same
the
level
reason
with
why.
your members.
That's not what I'm talking about. I'm saying what is good for you is good for me. What is bad for you is bad for me.
Thank you.
That's just the
Respecting
plain
your
truth.
position.
You don't
As a
say
leader,
because
you
I am a
might
leader,
not
I
decide
should,
to stoop
I must
so
follow
low
the protocol.
to what
Then another
your
person
fellow
should,
member can
should
actually
must not
take.
follow it. It doesn't make
The
any
Empress,
sense to me.
as a leader, there are some certain things you don't give to chance. The
Such
people
as?
under you can actually say, okay,
happen to me,
nobody
Sha.
cares about me. Nobody would even take notice of if this happens. So I can actually do it my way. But you as a leader, when you decide to do something your own way, sometimes it blows up and people will be like, and she has been claiming to be a
stressing-
leader.
I keep
She has
stressing
been
the
claiming
fact
to be
that
wise
unless
and
what
all
you're
that.
See
doing
what
is
you're
bad,
saying because
there
I'm
is
a
nothing
leader
wrong
now,
with it.
because
You
I own a
have to always
position.
be right.
I can't have, I have to always be right. I
In your
can't live my
actions,
life.
You can live your life, but because people are really looking
And
up
even
to
if,
you,
for instance,
make
now,
sure
for
you
instance,
don't
No,
down.
as a true leader, you should tell them, do not copy
Let
everything
me
I
give you-
do.
let me-
No,
let
that
me-
is
let me
it.
see,
So why
let
would
me-
you
let
call
me
it the
not
role
to
of
copy everything
mentorship?
you
Because
do.
I
Then
make
why
mistake
don't
as a
you-
human.
let me tell you
Why would you want to be a
something.
blind
As
leader?
a leader, as a member,
I don't know.
As a member whose pastor is saying, whose pastor, I don't even think the pastor will care so much. Like, okay, we have done this, my family has decided, she prays for them. Probably because she's a leader now, the pastor is saying, take a little bit of time. You have to make extra steps.
It's not
Now, it's not
serious.
out of place. It's not out of place for you to send a broadcast message, our wedding will be so and so, strictly by invitation. It's just so and so person. People are going to see it. You know why? Because they won't be, so you close those unnecessary gossip. So they know that, oh,
You're still
she did
you're
this.
contradicting
I'm
yourself,
not contradicting. contradicting my. How am
You
I
are.
contradicting
You
myself?
are. You just said they should. Maybe the reason why the pastor is saying is because she's a leader. Okay, fine. As a leader, you cannot do your own small wedding and
You
send
can't live
that.
your life.
Say
No,
that.
no, Jesus of the church. You can't.
No, hold on.
That's what she's saying.
You're giving the answer
that's
that
what
we're
I'm
already
getting
giving
what
again.
she's
You're just
saying.
repeating
But
exactly
if
what
you're a
you're
problem,
saying.
but you can do
Hold on.
whatever
Did
you
I
like.
say- I did not say that as a youth leader in church that you are not allowed to
I
do
should
this
wait on the
small
pastor.
wedding. No, listen to me. I'm not saying that as a youth leader in church, you are not allowed to do this small wedding where your pastor prays for you and you go to your husband's
It's
house.
how
I am
you-
not
you
saying
can
that.
actually afford
I'm
it.
only saying we're trying to look, why is the pastor now insisting that this lady should wait?
Yeah.
Is it that he's not aware of this solution? Because small wedding, as long as 2 or 3 are gathered, God is there.
Yeah.
Right? Why is this? And now I'm saying, if this person was a leader in church, it will be a different case scenario because they will be looking like, oh, people look up to her. She's supposed to uphold their conventional rules and ethics. That is what I'm saying. And then Empress, you said that it doesn't, conventional of you will come and do white wedding.
Created
And
by
people-
who?
Created, do we really go into that
Yes,
now?
created
We
by
are
who?
just trying to diversify. Let us
Created by.
try.
Are we serving the pastor
I
or we are
think I've
serving
made-
God?
I think I've made
We
my
are-
point.
she-
Who
she's
brought
not-
the God?
Now, Mama P.
Please let me
No,
ask.
it's not-
Hold on.
it-
I'm asking. Who introduced you to the God you are serving?
It's not my pastor though.
No, I'm asking.
It's not
who
my
brought
pastor.
Christianity to the world.
It's not the
No,
pastor.
who? Created. You said white wedding created by who? The God you are serving. Who introduced it to Africa? To the
Missionaries.
No. Yes. Who?
Mission is the white man.
The white.
It's
And the
their
wedding we're
way
talking
of-
about is what?
The white
So
wedding.
are you
white
selecting the
wedding.
one you do from the
No,
white
Mama
and
P,
the
I
one
think
you
we should.
don't
No,
do?
Mama P, when we
No,
get
you are
to
trying
the
to
point,
make it look
Mama
like
P,
blindly
see,
just because that is how it's
Why are you
meant to
not
be.
selecting the part of the scripture that
You shouldn't-
favors you?
it's not the
You people are just
Wait,
trying to
sorry,
make
I'm
it
sorry to
everybody.
say, where is it in the Bible that you must have a ceremony where everybody comes
Mama
to church
P
with
is
you?
not saying you
Calm
must have
down.
a
Yeah, well,
Calm
ceremony.
down.
Now,
Where
That
is
is
it in
why
the Bible
she's
that
saying,
it says
no,
you
let me
must
answer.
have a ceremony like that?
there.
It is not even
no,
there.
I'm going to answer. I'm going to answer.
Okay.
See, I didn't say that you must have a ceremony, like you said. Now, if you ask me that question, I'll refer you to the book of Matthew chapter 2. No, John chapter 2. Where did Jesus turn water into wine?
wedding feast, not wedding party.
Please, what is the difference between a wedding feast? What is a feast and a party?
But it was
See,
done
I'm
in
not
a
trying
hall.
to argue.
That was like
It
the
was not
reception.
synagogue, Mama P.
So what
That
are we
was like
talking
the
about?
reception.
It was not
So
done
what
at the
is the
synagogue.
wedding? What is the
That
white
was like
wedding?
a
I already
reception.
stated out here that a white wedding is the reception.
It's not the reception.
Well, we're
No,
not
where was
talking
the venue?
about-
Where was the
No.
venue? We have
Go
synagogue.
back. Rewind back to when I said
The
that
wedding
white
feast
wedding
was
is
like a
just to
party.
call all my friends and celebrate.
That's the
because
white
these
wedding.
are people. That's what I called my white wedding.
And then why is the
A
pastor giving so
is
much importance to
A
it?
pastor is coming there to just pray for me. See, whatever questions you people throw on this, I have an answer on this one because I'm so prepping myself for marriage. You
You just
understand?
talked about wedding feast.
So
I'm still trying to understand.
No,
Wedding
you
feast
said
means
that you were
they went
saying
to
where
eat and
is
drink
it
and
in the
make merry.
Bible
That
there
is
was
the reception.
ceremony? No, hold on now. You asked me a question.
I'm talking about the church ceremony. That not the reception after everybody has
Where
finished.
did Jesus turn water into wine?
At a feast.
Not
What
in the
is a
synagogue.
feast?
A feast is not the.
It was in a
not
hall,
the
but not
church,
in the
this thing.
synagogue.
Okay, it was stated there in the Bible.
Why would I go to church and be eating food and drinking?
Okay, you people don't
Why?
do love feast in church. Please answer
Do
me.
you love
No,
it?
no,
Oh,
no.
don't drink strong wine
In
in
wedding,
church.
at
You
weddings.
don't do, hold on now.
Who does that?
drink strong
You don't.
drink,
We don't
strong
about
wine.
strong wine.
No, we
Hold
don't
on,
drink
hold on.
strong
Church,
wine.
who
We're
does
not
that?
talking about
Strong
strong wine.
wine.
See, you people are just trying to drag it. But the fact is, what I stated out
I
is
wouldn't want
clear.
to. I wouldn't want to talk more about Jesus turning wine.
Water into
That's
wine.
not. That's diversifying.
That's not what we actually.
That's
talking about.
diversifying.
The
but
point is,
Someone brought it up.
if there is a wedding to be done, I believe I got what Mama P is actually saying clear. Now, she's just trying to look from another angle that it could be that she's a church leader. That's why I don't know if I'm actually speaking right now.
Yes.
That could be the reason why the pastor said
that
she
could be.
should.
Might not be.
Yeah,
That could be.
That could
We're
be the
just
reason why the
saying,
pastor
maybe.
said
That's the
she
point
should
I'm
hold
trying
on
to
to
ask.
her
I'm
wedding.
still trying to
Okay,
understand.
Wait, the
that I'm
Empress.
a leader.
No, wait, I have to
What's
finish my
the
own
difference?
point.
What's
that
special
could be
about the
the
fact that
reason.
I'm a leader?
Just
Leadership
hold
That
on.
I should not
special.
now move to my
The
husband's
pastor
house
is
when you
actually
already
trying to
prayed for
give
me.
you a preferred. Sorry, I'm
No,
saying
we
probably he's
haven't
trying to
done
give
the
a
prayers.
preferred
That's not
treatment,
preferred
which is
treatment.
not supposed
It's
to
just
be done.
unnecessary wickedness.
Now,
That's
when
it.
then Mama P said, okay, oh God, why don't you just allow me to finish now?
Okay, talk.
Now, the pastor said
Yes.
she should hold on till after her white wedding. Not because she
Which
cannot
is after whenever the lockdown ends.
Yes.
Next
Which we don't even know when it ends.
Ordinarily, she can just do 2 or 3 crowd and get together, and
think the
everything
idea
is
of this
done.
When her mates have,
I think the idea
people
of this
who
show
look up
is
to her
bring-
will born
I
3
think-
before she
I
even
think
born
the
to start
idea
her
of
own.
this show
Please,
is
let's
to
not go
bring
there.
is to bring problems affecting people and possible solutions that we assume they don't know. Probably, this is the first time, young lady, you are hearing about Zoom wedding, right? And this is probably the first time that you are hearing people do, probably if in case you are not online. We don't know your reasons why. But my own point of the whole discussion, or why I brought it up, was just trying to see things from the pastor's end, because it's easy to just criticize.
You don't have to just stay
pastor
one
is
place.
this,
Sit
pastor
in between.
wants rice, pastor this, pastor.
Nobody said anything about
No,
pastor wanting rice.
I'm just saying. Yeah, nobody's trying to say. I'm just. Everybody's assuming here right now. We don't know what's happening there, but I'm just trying to
You're talking
see
based on
from the
assumption.
pastor's end, like, could this be the reason? If this is the reason, personally, I understand. Probably for you, you don't understand.
Absolutely
But
not.
personally, if this is the reason why he's saying you should wait, because you're a leader and people look up to you, just wait. And probably you've not known of this, our solution that we just prefer to you. I understand. That's just my own idea.
Okay.
You understand?
It's
I
good to understand, but it still doesn't make sense to me.
Okay.
Anyways, it's been ladies' night. We're still talking about marriage, talking about traditional marriage and the white wedding as well. The church wedding, as I call it, because I don't believe in that white wedding. It doesn't make sense, especially in our culture in Nigeria. You're going to the church. It's a church wedding. It's not a white wedding. I think probably it's the gown that the lady wears.
The one they wear gold now.
No, everybody have different
we need to even
colors.
talk about that.
We wouldn't talk
A
about
lot of
the colors
people wear the
because-
white gown.
And they are
I know that
No,
from the reason why a bride is supposed to wear that gown is supposed to signify purity.
Purity.
It's supposed to signify the fact that she's
Pure
a virgin
love.
and she's not done anything before, especially with the man she's getting married to. So everybody wears it today.
But
Are we following
growing
what
up,
they
I
brought
got
for us
to know
now?
about milk color. Like, if you're not, if
See
you're
why?
mother,
How many brides
nobody
know
wears
that they
milk.
were sexually active before they got married,
Who will
but they
tell
still
you?
wore? No, I'm saying she knows. Now,
Okay.
you have people that you know that
Yeah,
these people,
definitely.
you know, gas they be.
Okay.
They are sexually active,
Yeah.
but they still wear
Yeah,
that
well,
white. In
right,
fact,
yes,
their white
of
is
course.
shining.
more shining than
you.
they ever.
Sparkling.
You know,
Why are they not
sparkling
following
white.
it through?
No,
We're not going to talk about that today.
Let me ask,
We're not
no,
talking
I'm
about
gonna
that
talk about
today.
that right now. Let me ask.
Come on, go on.
Okay.
We're not talking about that today. We're going to keep that for
No,
another day.
I just wanted to ask one question.
Okay.
Like, why do you really think it's called white wedding because of the white gown?
Because it's from the
I,
white
Because
man.
even
I
from
said
the-
I
oh,
don't
no,
know
I'm
why
asking.
they call it that.
Because I feel it's called white wedding
Because
because
it's
it
from the
was
white
originally
man.
from the white land.
Yes.
You understand? Not because it's
Not
the white
Western-
gown. Because
no, the Western
I've seen
lifestyle.
white people get married in milk color,
Red, purple,
outfits, and they
color
just
of
come out.
choice.
I think Nigerians are just over sabi or something on that one. Because me, I said I wear black suits.
Oh my God.
Anyways, like I said, that's not what we're going to be talking about today. We'll talk about it another day because time is fast spent. See, White, what are your last words? Your advice? Let's assume she doesn't know what to do. What is your advice to her?
Okay, my advice to you, my dear, is traditional marriage supersedes white wedding. If you so desire to wait till after the whole lockdown,
Which
and,
might be next year.
which might be next year, and you feel comfortable in it and your man is not complaining, my dear, don't bother yourself. Keep waiting. The Lord is your strength. But traditionally, your husband's wife, you're no longer in your father's house, but according to your pastor who wants you to still wait and do the white wedding so that he can actually bless your wedding, something he would single-handedly do in your house, my dear.
But he wants to do it in a ceremony.
He wants to do it in a
Okay.
ceremony where you can actually have plenty crowd.
Thank you.
An eyewitness waits.
Okay. Esusa, how about you?
For me, young lady, you're married and you're occupying room in your father's house, which obviously you don't have anymore. And I think you should not give your everything about your wedding, your marriage, because the day he paid your bride price, you are now husband and wife. So don't allow any person, a third party, to dictate how you rule your marriage. You're married, go to your husband's house. I think you should discuss it with your husband, how far about the white wedding, not your pastor should be dictating for you. I mean, the fact that he's your pastor, not even your father, not even your father-in-law, not even any other person, your sponsor for the marriage or anything. So young lady, please go meet your husband and start making babies. Thank you.
You just love the part of start making babies. Mama P last was on the show.
Okay, I want to diversify a bit. those of you that don't even have money for elaborate wedding, this is the opportunity. Do a Zoom wedding. Call your pastor. Go and pay a diary. Opportunity, perfect excuse. Stop waiting for crowd. Now, to you young lady who is in this situation right now, it's not far. We have already profiled the solution. Zoom wedding. You know, you don't know what Zoom is, just ask one or two persons and online. But secondly,
do WhatsApp video call.
No, secondly, you can just organize something small. You understand, your pastor, your parents, and then you're on your gown, and then you people snap, send a broadcast thanking those who attended. Those that didn't attend will know that you are eventually married. You understand? So if you are a leader in church, like we argued about, and you are skeptical, discuss with your husband. You understand? Whatever you guys decide is what matters.
Okay, thank you so much to all of you for all your different opinions. Mama P, today it was me and you. No problem. For me, do not let anybody dictate to you what you should do. As long as you know what you're doing is right, there's no atom of wrong in it. Please go ahead and do it. You're talking about the Zoom wedding. Mama P actually talked about Zoom wedding. Some people are not social media savvy. They are not internet friendly. They do not even have an internet-enabled device. So you're indirectly going to cut off those particular set of people, because not everybody you know that actually has access to the internet. So you're still going to cut off some people. So the idea of saying everybody must be at my wedding, everybody must attend my wedding, you still defeat the purpose. So there's no need to stress yourself or give yourself headache over everybody must attend my wedding. If you know you want everybody to attend the wedding, wait. When the lockdown is over, when coronavirus has finally left us, or if we have decided to stay in it, then you can do your wedding. But if you want to get married now, start making babies like Esosa actually said, do your wedding in a very small way. Do not let it be more than 20 people in that gathering, and go ahead and live your life. My name is Ameze Oba Isiagno. Thanks a lot to all of you who were part of the show today. Next time on the show, we'll have something else packaged just for you.